With vintage statements, and today we're going to make some arrows out of scrap wood. So follow along as we try to turn these pieces of wood into some cool arrows. Alright, we've got our table saw. We've got a 2x4 here that we used for a different project. This was the leftover of it. So we're going to cut the long pieces of it. Maybe we'll get quite a few out of this board. We'll see how many we can make today, but we're going to set it at 1.5 inches here, or 1 1/4 inches actually, and just strip this down, and we'll see where we can go from there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is cut each one of these at 14 inches, and then, well, we've got quite a few of them to do, so that's going to take us a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the triangle at the front, and then the feathers at the back. So, let's get to work. Alright, so we've got 18 arrow shafts ready to go, and then we're going to make our triangle fronts. So it'll look something like that. So follow along as we cut 18 of these to match our shaft. So let's begin. 45-degree angle cuts on the compound saw. So we're going to make the feather part. This is actually going to be about 4 inches. We're just going to use this one as a template, mark them off, and just keep cutting them down. We've got a lot to cut, so hopefully we have enough scrap wood here. So, let's begin. Alright, everything's finally cut. Now what we're going to do is just a quick cleanup of the side that's going to get glued. Make sure they're nice and smooth, or nice and no burrs or anything on it. Just quick, going to do them all real, and then we can start gluing. So we're just going to lay out our arrows. And start gluing them together. Alright, we're going to let them dry for a while. Then what we can do is we can sand them a little bit more, give them some more detail, stain them or paint them, and we'll kind of choose that as we go. We've got 18 of these to do, so we've got a lot of choices that we can work with. So, let's watch it dry. Nah, I'm kidding. It's not fun. Alright, so last night we let them all dry. Today, we're going to sand off any excess of the glue, smooth them out a little bit, and then we're going to start picking paints, stains that we want to do to these. As you can see, some of these have been stained in the past, so we'll probably go with the dark walnut a lot for these ones. So, got 18 of them to sand down. Get as creative as you want, sand as much as you want, make it look as worn as you want. It's up to you. I'm going to do 18 different styles, so each one will have a little bit of a difference to it. More rounded edges, things like that. So, let's begin. Alright, they're all sanded down. Now we're going to stain them all dark walnut, since we used the dark walnut scrap piece. And then we'll select some paint options, different patterns, things like that. So let's begin staining all 18 of these. Alright, so we've stained them all, they're drying. Now we've got a bunch of Dixie Belle paint. We've got our supervisors out here, and we've got 18 of them to do. We're going to leave some stained, and then we're going to paint different ones, different colors. And our supervisors will help us determine what designs we're going to do. Or you guys are just going to lay down and hang out, and I'll do all the work. So, let's begin! Alright, so we have our 120 grit sandpaper. Our product is dried. Now we want to scuff them up, give them a vintage look. Pretty quick, straightforward. That's why we're using the 120 quick sand. Alright, and then we're going to wax them and we'll have this project done.
Vintage statements, just showing off these beautiful arrows. We have made them for raffles and silent auctions, and then anyone who purchases them, we're going to donate that money back to some good causes. In the fall, it's always good to fall into good kindness, so that's what we're doing, and I think that's what these arrows really kind of show. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Definitely in the comments, let us know which one is your favorite, and we'll be seeing lots more of these fun little projects.